Hello everyone, welcome to Soul Seekers Tarot and your reading. I'm Corey. I hope you're all enjoying this holiday season and that you're looking forward to Christmas coming up. And I just want to say Merry Christmas now before I forget. And so I think I'll have one more Sunday pick-a-card reading to do next weekend, and then I'll be taking probably 1 or 2 weekends off for the season. So guys, what we're going to be looking at today is what message does your spirit guides, reaching out to you about? What message are your spirit guides reaching out to you about? Okay, so we're going to pick pile 1, pile 2, pile 3 with this oracle deck. This one and these two want to come out, so we've got manifestation and believe in magic. Pile 1, we've got manifestation. It's a beautiful card. Get it out of the glare. Manifestation. What message are your spirit guides reaching out to you about manifestation and to believe in magic? I seen that in the pre-shuffle as I was getting the deck ready, and so it's interesting that it's out now, because I was thinking at the time when I saw it, believe in magic, wouldn't that be a neat one for a pile to have? And then moon energy. Moon energy. So I'm not sure about what the meaning would be of moon energy. I do have the book, so I'll read that. But moon energy, it could either be talking about manifesting by moonlight, or uncertainties, or things that are been hidden, secrets, things not revealed to you that of course the spirit guides are wanting to, your spirit guides are wanting to give you a heads up about it, I suppose, but I'll read the definition at the time when I do pile 3. Okay, so that's what we got: manifestation, believe in magic, and moon energy. Now, if it's not your intuition you use, maybe it's a number. So we'll draw some numbers. Pile 1 has got 1 and 2. So it could either be a 1 that you're resonating with, number 1 or number 2, or it could be 12 or 21 if you flip it, or 3, because you can add them together. Whatever numbers resonate with you, could be a birth date, could be your house number, could be on your license plate, or your license, driver's license number. We got 4 and 6 for pile 2. So 4 or 6, 46 or 64 or 10. And finally we have 3 and 5. So the same thing goes. Now if 3 does resonate with you, then you'd be wanting to watch manifestation, but also moon energy, because there's a 3 in here. And let's see here, we got anything else? We got 8 and 10 and 3. Nope. Looks like that's about what we've got here. So 4 duplicates kind of thing. So you can watch this one and moon energy if you feel drawn to do that. So if it's not, you know, your intuition or your number, then it's a zodiac sign, perhaps. 4 for each pile. Okay, pile 1. We have Capricorn and Aquarius. And we also have Leo and Cancer. Then pile 2, we have Taurus and Virgo. No, Gemini, pardon me, Taurus and Gemini. I had Virgo stuck in my head there for a minute. And then we have Aries and Pisces. Aries and Pisces. For a change, Aries and Sagittarius are not coming out in the same pile for a change, and same with Leo. Okay, guess the divine heard me talk about that. So we have got Virgo and Libra for pile 3, and then finally Scorpio and Sagittarius. Okay, so those are our 3 piles and what you've got to choose from, and just take your time, but I'll be back with you shortly. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. You've chosen the manifestation pile, so pile 1's manifestation, and this is your card. I will look at the meaning of that in a moment after I get the rest of the cards out here. Let's see if I can find it easy. Yep, there it is. All right, and then then what if it wasn't the card, it was your number, and if you chose 1 or 2 or 12 or 21 or 3, if you add them together, that would have had some meaning for you. If not, it was your zodiac, and we've got Aquarius and Capricorn with Leo and Cancer. Okay, so these are the cards, the decks I've chosen for this pile, and let's get started. Manifestation here is be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation, step 1. One of the simplest manifestation techniques is to write down what you want to manifest. Whether it's an idea, a wish, or a dream, be honest with yourself and very clear about what it is you wish to happen. Once it exists on the paper, it exists in the physical world. Can it really be that simple? In a word, yes. So you see, everything that we're trying to manifest, if you're not experiencing it in the physical world yet, is in the essence, you know, of the spiritual. They say the spiritual molecule, whatever, but it's in the unseen world, all around us. Every part of it is in the unseen world. It just has to come together, coalesce, and that comes together as an attraction to what you're resonating. So whatever your heart and mind are thinking about and wish to experience, that is the resonation, that the pieces of what the manifestation would look like in physical would be coming together, coalescing into more of a, or less of a unseen form. And form would be used lightly here because it's not really in form when it's unseen. So it'll be coming closer and closer together towards you at the same time as it's coming closer and closer together with its molecules. Okay, so if, let's say, you were wanting to manifest this, and whatever this is, I'm not sure, it looks kind of like an artichoke with a bow on it, the Christmassy, but let's say it was this, all the molecules that make up this, and it's you know, whatever it is, it makes all the molecules that make up this have been manifested by someone in some way, you know, manufactured. Someone thought about it at first. It was an idea at first, and then it became you know, everything started coalescing for that company who makes it, with regards to the people, the materials, and the machines, unless it's done by hand, that would make the product. So everything that comes together when the time is right, that you would do the same thing. If you're trying to manifest something, you're going to, by writing it down, like it said in the book, by writing it actually down, you've already brought it into the physical world because your idea is on paper, which is physical. Everything's physical. The idea is thought. It's unseen, but it's still energy. But your idea is now written on paper, so you've actually grounded it. So that's why it's a good idea to write down what it is that you're clear about wanting to have. And it can be really that simple in a word. Yes, another great way to do this is to say, I wish to manifest your idea, wish, dream here, you know, in parentheses. I wish to manifest blank or something better in my life. And that's really the best thing to do, because you don't want to be too you know, adamant about it coming in a certain way at a certain time, looking a certain way, you know, all the physical attributions to it, right? You don't want to be too you know, just adamant that it has to be a certain way, because you want to say it in a way that allows the universe to actually say, okay, we've got something that this person wants, she wants, or he wants, and it'll be perfect for them. But however, they're telling us they want it in pink instead of purple, you know? They want it in pink instead of purple. Well, we've got something that's in purple, and we know they'll love it because they do actually love the color purple too. but they're stating it once they want it in pink. So we're just going to have to, you know, try and find it. So it's going to take longer for your manifestation to come about if it's going to come about in a way that you're stating it to be. If you leave, you know, it open-ended kind of thing like, I wish to manifest an artichoke, you know, a Christmas, you know, Christmas paper material artichoke with a red bow on it. Or something better in my life. So you may not get an artichoke with a red bow, you might get artichoke with a purple bow because you love purple. Even though you like red too. You just were thinking red would be better for Christmas. You know, it's just, I'm just coming up with these silly ideas. But so I wish to manifest an artichoke, a paper artichoke, or something better in my life. So next, think of the practical steps that you can take to start the process of bringing your idea into the world. Always remembering that your plan must respect the free will of others. Intention is key here, for it's our intent that directs the flow of energy in our life, like a magnet. Stay fully focused and allow the fairy of manifestation to guide you during this magical exercise. Try to do one thing every day towards manifesting your idea, wish or dream, and trust in the process. Be sure to keep a lookout for any fairy signs that may appear along the way and follow their advice. This way, you're allowing the divine universal intelligence to help you manifest in the best way for achieving the highest good of all. So it has to be something that would not be of detriment or harm to anyone else, including yourself. So if it's going to make you feel really, really happy to have something that, you know, super happy to have manifested something that you've been wanting to have, like this artichoke, for example. If it's making you get this, it shows up in your life, you get it, you're able to achieve this goal, dream, or whatever of manifestation, and you're holding it in your hands and you're going, oh, that's so beautiful, look what I did, you know, I manifested this. I'm so happy and I'm proud of myself. I'm so happy. Look, I'm so excited that I have this. Well, when you're excited and happy, then those great vibes go out into the world, and the world benefits from your happiness. It's just basically how it works. If you're not happy with it, then that's the same kind of stuff you're putting out. And, you know, so that's why it's best to leave it open to, what was it, the other thing that it said here? You know, or something better in my life, because you want to make sure that whatever you get, whatever you want, is something that the divine's got for you, that the divine knows that in your heart, this would be a perfect match, even if you don't know it yourself. But when you get it, you're going to be so happy. You're going to be like actually surprised and thrilled because it showed up in a purple bow, and I was thinking red, you know, I was thinking red all the time, but you know what, it looks great in purple. I really love this purple artichoke. Really, you know, like you're surprised. But surprised that it didn't come in red, but you're actually very happy to have it in purple. You see what I'm saying? So that's like even more, you know, icing on the cake kind of thing, that you're even that much happier. Okay, so let's get some more information about your manifestation that your spirit guides are telling you about. They're reaching out to you to tell you that you're in manifestation mode, whether you know it or not, right? So let's get a Lenormand. We got the Tower with the 6 of Spades, which is the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords, card 19 is 2. It's 20. I mean, it adds up to oh my goodness, adds up to 10, right? It's a new beginning. 1 and 9 adds up to 10, not 20. Okay, so yeah, we got 10, and we got the 6 of Swords, which is a solution, right? A solution. Your Tower, it doesn't look like it's coming down yet, but it's spitting out gold bars. How terrible for you. It's spitting out gold bars. So you're manifesting some kind of great abundance that's coming from something that, you know, something had to come to a close for, you know, disillusion, to be something to be created, to space be made for this manifestation. Wow, gold bars. Jeez, I wish, I'd like it if my tower spat out gold bars. Okay, let's get the Citadel here. Energy. The forgotten. Missed opportunities and fear of failure. Well, it's floating around like a feather. You are. But they're forgotten. So it's about the manifestation is something to do with something you have given up on or forgotten about, or you missed the opportunity to abundance, missed the opportunity to have experienced through a fear of failure. That's what cut you off from manifesting. So that's like another requirement, right? Is to make sure that you have that intention to create and that nothing is going to get in your way. And I mean that in a very positive intention way that doesn't have anything to do with this is what I want and I'm stubborn and I'll do whatever it takes. No, you'll do whatever it takes, yes, but only as you're feeling guided to. There's a difference. Okay, so the forgotten, missed opportunity, fear because of fear of failure. So it's been floating around. You've been floating around. You see, kind of like a feather in the wind, floating around since then. It's time to get grounded so that you can start, picking up or being the receiver of as these are flying out of your tower, you're there to catch them, the bricks of gold. That's the way I see this anyways. So Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, by the way, thank you for being here and enveloping us in your beautiful angelic wings of light, love, protection, and guidance. Will you please give us the story with the tarot, please? Thank you. Inner calling, which is judgment. Beautiful. Judgment. Following your inner calling, following your, a decision to be made, following your judgment. The calling is like it's calling you. Judgment, your inner self is calling you to make a decision to follow your calling. Okay. Then we have the Two of Cups. Ooh, some kind of partnering. Love, maybe? Fulfillment, anyways. We have the Fool with optimism. Beautiful. Can we get that in there? Well, if we bring it down a bit, it'll fit. Okay. But then I won't have a lot of room. Let's move some over, because I want to have enough room to put as many cards as I need to. Like to get 9, at least 9. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Cups. Wow, tenderness, self-love. Ace of Cups, or, with the Two of Cups. And the Fool energy, it could be a whole new path for you in love. The Magician, that's a manifester, having the power now because of the Ace of Cups energy. Being in the energy of loving yourself enough to having the faith to put yourself out there with an open heart. And the High Priestess, which is hidden talents, there's again, it's kind of like something was hidden from you. Hidden from you. What was that? No, that's the Moon energy. Okay, so hidden talents is just that you're seeing something you didn't see before. You knew in your heart what you wanted, but all along your heart has been manifesting it, but it's like it wasn't showing up. It's always divine timing. It wasn't showing up, so it's kind of like I must not be ready for it, or I must not be good enough to be in love, having those kinds of thoughts. Well, love's not for me, obviously, or else love would be on my doorstep, right? Let's see, difficult choices with the Two of Swords, having to make a decision. The card says you've got to make a decision. Eight of Wands with movement forward, action, taking a lot of action, conversation. with the Queen of Pentacles, unifying. Queen of Pentacles, that's someone who wants to commit and doing very, very well, I must say. With the Four of Swords in your near future, the Temperance and healing. Four of Swords is recuperation. The Temperance is healing. And the Knight of Wands is a free spirit with the Sun. The magic of joy. Yay. Oh, 10 of Cups. Holy smokes. And then 6 of Wands. Victory and success. Spiritual wisdom with the Hierophant. 10 of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God. Guys. So, we've got the Hierophant. And then we have your 10 of Pentacles over here. The Wheel of Fortune. And death and transformation with the King of Swords. I'm just going to pull them out, but I'm not necessarily going to use them. Okay? King of Swords, because I think that you might be, you're going to be moving towards somebody. Pile 1. You're manifesting a relationship. One that you had, you have forgotten or put behind you in the past. It was like a missed opportunity. So let's just say you met somebody in the past and you had a good time together, and then it ended for whatever the reason is. Pile 1, you will know. And it's kind of felt like it slipped through, like sands of time. It slipped through your fingers. You couldn't hold on to it, and life demanded that you go one way, they go another. And so it felt like kind of like a one of those summer loves where summer has ended now and it's back to reality, going back to school, going back to work, whatever, going back to your usual, and they couldn't be part of it for one reason or another. So it's like now this whole idea of doing what you've been doing without having this relationship in your life has come to an end. Death and transformation. Major death and major transformation. Death and transformation. The King of Swords towards somebody who has like leveled up into King of Swords energy. They have, they might be a professional of some kind. It could have been like you're both in university or going to university out of high school. It could have been like a long time ago or just not that long ago. But in any case, what it is that it's something that you've been wanting to manifest, a relationship, like, a real soulmate relationship. But you felt maybe that you had that, or that you didn't think about it like that. In any case, you got on, like you struck a chord in each other, and neither of you have forgotten about each other, but you've moved on. You went on your merry way to do whatever it is that you had to do. Okay, so what I see here is that it's coming back around for you. Pile 1 is coming back around for you. The idea of you, how can I say this? The idea of you not being with a true soulmate is coming to an end. The divine is putting an end to it, because your heart is calling out for something else. Okay, so whoever it was that you're with, or whatever it was that you were doing, let's say, as a single person, whether you were married before or just single all the time or in some relationship now or whatever, it's going to have to break down. It's going to have to break down because you are being asked by your spirit guides and reaching out to you. They're saying, we're trying to guide you to follow your heart, your inner calling. And to be with this person or to be doing something else that has nothing to do with the person from before is not of your true calling. I mean, it's fine, but it's not of your truest calling. And there must be a murmur in your heart that's saying, yes, this is great. I have everything I need. My partner is this, that, and the other thing. Wonderful. But, right? So then the Two of Cups is like, you're looking for true love. You're ready to take a leap of faith, or you want to take a leap of faith. You want to follow that path of true love and manifest it, right? Manifest it, because you're manifesting to be able to bring forward the things that have been hidden from you to be brought into the light. For you also to bring something to the light for other people, for someone else that you have been keeping secret. So it's something like true love isn't in this relationship to the person you're with. Like, I love you dearly, I would never mean to hurt you, whatever, but this, I don't feel like this is my my ultimate true love relationship, because there must be differences between you. You don't spend a whole lot of time together maybe, and if you do, it's like I don't know, it's like it's not intimate and close, and I don't necessarily mean in a sexual way, just like a bonding. So it doesn't feel like this person doesn't got you and you don't got them, kind of thing. You don't get each other enough. However, somebody that has been long forgotten was somebody who you got. See the words gotten there. You got, but now they're forgotten because you all moved on. Okay, so sitting on the fence, wondering if you should, take action, which would be very quick action, because you'd have to allow this Tower to come down, and then, as the Queen of Pentacles, in your energy of having either been committed to somebody or you wanting to commit to a relationship. If you're not in one, it's like when you start following your calling, things just start going like tick, 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 like this. For a time, because you're kind of catching up to being on the particular spot on your path that was there all along, but you just didn't, you weren't seeing it. Now you are. Excuse me, guys. So anyways, you are catching up to that, to what had been delayed because you were on this other alternative path, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, so you are going to need some time to spend in, meditation, rest, to recuperate from the fast, busy movement forward. Fast, busy after getting off the fence and making the decision, because you got this calling, you're going to make the decision to follow your calling. And so now it's like you're going to be doing what you knew, but you didn't know it. I mean, how do you say it? You knew, but you didn't know. You knew, but you didn't know. Let's just say it that way. You knew, but you didn't know that this was what you should be doing, because your heart has been like quietly calling for this one, whether you've been aware of it or not, and you likely have been at times. So the Queen of Pentacles is you stepping into this, I'm unifying. You're unifying, being both grounded and, aligned with the divine, aligned with your spiritual, your inner calling. The one that says true love, because that's the divine energy, the essence of the divine is true love. It manifests in a relationship with another person in this world, in physical. So you're following your true love, your what you're made of, right? You're following it, and you're answering the call of true love. Not one of us is not touched by. There is not one of us, of the billions of people, who are not going to be touched by or haven't been touched by true love in some way, because that's what we're made of, true love. So there's going to be times where you're going to have to check in with with your knowing, your inner knowing, because you're in this high priestess energy now. So you're going to want to make sure that you are doing what you need to do in order for you to, because you got to catch up, like I said, to catch up to the fast moving energy that's going to be happening on your path. So in the near future, you got healing is coming because you've made a really great decision to follow your calling, right? To get back on your path that had to go astray. It had to, okay? And this happens to so many people. We meet somebody, you know, a long time ago, and oftentimes when we've married, had kids, and our partner is either we've divorced or you've passed away. Someone's passed away, like your partner's passed away, and so you're a widower now, and this person that you maybe dated when you were in high school or college, or you really liked or got to know quite well and had kind of a shining or just an attraction to this person, but maybe it never went anywhere. They somehow just show up, magically appear on Facebook, or you know, you get reconnected with them. Next thing you know, you're dating. So it was some, like, though you two were meant to be not necessarily right from the beginning, but you were meant to come together at a time and then do what you need to do, have your alternative paths, because those alternative paths led to being prepared for this moment, you know, the two of you coming back together and it being a success. That's why we have got the Six of Wands here with the Six of Swords, right? Didn't we have the Six of Swords? Where's the Six of Swords, guys? I know, I'll find it. Six of Swords? No, maybe I'm thinking of something else. So, oh, it was this, Six of Swords, right? With the Tower, the Six of Swords. So the solution is coming. You just have to let something break down. And it hasn't started yet, but your inner abundance is calling you. It's coming out to land at your feet. And it'll show up in many different forms, really like wonderful forms. So healing is one of them. You healing, because, you know, you are now setting your foot firmly on, and not the alternative path. You're removing it from that and putting it on to the path that you're meant to be on. You're the free spirit now. You are the Knight of Wands energy, where, you know, fun can be had, and you are, like, this in near future, remember, where you're going to be able to kick up your feet and possibly mingle, or, you know, start communicating with, taking action towards, in a way that says, you know, I'm not with anyone anymore, you know, just feeling happy and settled, healing, happy and settled with the Knight of Wands energy, being like free-spirited, you know, you're doing what you feel your heart is calling you to do. Talk about free spirit, right? So 10 of Cups, you are coming in line, aligned with the 10 of Cups energy, which is happily ever after. It's usually with a partner that you're with, and maybe if you still have young kids, you'd be blending families, but it's going to be like the two of you are going to come together. You know, Two of Cups, you're coming together for the right reasons after having been on alternative paths. You're coming back together. So the Six of Wands, victory and success, with the Hierophant is like, you know, thinking of being, you know, getting married, right? Going to the Justice of Peace, or going just, you know, planning a wedding. A wedding, yes, a wedding where it's going to be a commitment between the two. The 10 of Pentacles here, completion. See, it's completion. What two started here, it's come back around, and it's completion. And the Wheel of Fortune, this is your destiny. It says it right there. This is your destiny. Can you see that? Yeah. This is your destiny. You were meant to be on this path. Major death and transformation. I mean, death and major, what's the say? A major death and transformation. Well, this is a major death, and your transformation is that something had to come to an end, endings here. Can you see that? Can you read it? Endings. Something had to come to an end so that you could be with the one who is your true soulmate. King of Swords, truth, right? Truth. They may have become a professional as well of some kind. Doesn't have to be like a lawyer or a judge or anything like that. It could be like a professional contractor, you know, anything. So they have, in other words, they have grown. They have evolved as you have evolved, okay? You have evolved. You're both up, you know, your head is both in the clouds and your feet are solidly on the ground. You are like that really great balance between heart and soul, or mind and heart, you know, heart and mind. The two together, working together very, very well for you to pull off the energy of healing and being happy, calling to you a happy union. Victory and success, then that turns into marriage with the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, my God, you got Ten of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. Things are really turning in your favor now. And it was because you're allowing the old path that you were on to just, you know, to carry on its way without you on it. Got it? So this is your person right here, the one that had been forgotten. You got each other, but then you forgot. Okay, so guys, pile one, I hope that you liked this reading. If you did, please say something. I'd love to hear from you and if this actually resonated with you. Bye for now and Merry Christmas, but I'll catch up with you next weekend. Bye. Hi, pile two. Welcome to your reading, and you've chosen this card, Believe in Magic. So what message are your spirit guides reaching out to you about believing in magic? That's perhaps somehow, maybe you're starting to see that there is magic all around you, because sometimes things that would consider to be a coincidence, it just doesn't ring true for you all the time. So there are times where you would say, when something happens, someone would say, you know, it was just like, it was like magic. It all just like da. Well, we call it synchronicity, but you would call it a coincidence. But so many things are happening now that you're starting to question. That is what I get the sense about, is possibly starting to question that perhaps everything that is in the world isn't all there is. That there's forces around us that help us have magical experiences, miracles happen, let's just say, okay? So if it wasn't the card that you chose for this reading, pile two, because it's a message about what your spirit guides are trying to reach out to you about, you chose it with a number. So you either had 4 or 6 or 46 or 64, something related to you, or 10. Something resonated with you. Now, if it wasn't that, it was your zodiac sign, and we have Aries and Gemini, with Pisces and Taurus. Okay, so let's get these the Lenormand out to get some more information. Okay, I shall read. Well, there we go. I shall read, and then I threw it on the floor. Hang on, guys. I got to get it. Okay, I got it. Mouse, number 23. That's 5. Change. You know, mice like to eat things away. They destroy that. They're not doing it to destroy it. They just use their teeth all the time, and they gnaw away at stuff. And because they're small, little teeth, it takes them a while to actually destroy something sometime, depending on what it is, right? Like if it's your electrical wiring, hopefully it's not plugged in at the time. Or maybe you might think, you hope it's plugged in, because then they bite into it and they get zapped. But I don't like that. But anyways, whatever works for you. So number 23 is 5. So definitely things are changing as a result of this slow deterioration of something. Okay. And let's get a citadel archetype. I was wanting to read Believe in Magic. We'll see. The guide is inheritance and correction. Inheritance and correction. Wow. So there's a bell, a bunch of keys on the wall. You see the keys? All the keys on the wall? The guide. So it's like your spirit guides, right? They're ringing the bell. It's a little bell. Just a little bell that'll help open up doors. You know, open up opportunities for you that may have been, some have been destroyed possibly because, or, you know, deteriorated, you know, gone because you were seeing things as being more of a coincidence, not having that faith, right? As opposed to it being synchronistic, that the divine is working in your favor. Okay, so believe in magic, this card here. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says you are part of nature, so you are magical too. Of course, because we have the soul within us, which is the divine. When the fairy of the northern lights appears, she comes to tell you to open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you. The aurora borealis is pure magic, and seeing the colorful ribbons of light dancing in the sky is on many a wish list. Have you ever seen it? I have. I lived in the north, like Canada. That's where I'm from. And yeah, we had oftentimes in the winter saw the lights. They're just so beautiful, and just the magic of them dancing around in the sky, it's just so neat. So anyways, it is something to behold for sure. Let's see, perhaps you too have felt drawn to see this phenomenon in real life. If so, this card is confirmation that it's time to start making those plans. So it's, in other words, it's time to start realizing that there is magic all around us, and that we're here to observe it. We're here to experience it, not to, just wave it off as something that doesn't have anything to do with the light and the miracles and the magic of spirit, you know, the spirit of Christmas, right? In a young child's mind is all about Santa Claus coming down the chimney, drinking the milk and eating the cookie and leaving a whole pile of presents. Of course, that's not Santa Claus. That's not really, but to the child, it is. It's Santa Claus. Doesn't matter how many presents mom and dad put on the tree, those all came from Santa Claus. Santa Claus brought them. And so they live in their little magical realm until, you know, they grow out of it, and some bully at school says, there's no Santa Claus, there's no Easter Bunny, it's all make-believe, you know, grow up, that kind of thing, right? So it says here, if so, this card is confirmation it's time to start making those plans. Or maybe another faraway location is calling to you. When nature beckons you, your spirit knows the way to go. The message may not be so literal, however. Instead, the magical fairy could be flying in to remind you to open your eyes and heart to the magic and wonder of the natural world, so much of which we take for granted. The fairy of the northern light says, when you're taking a walk, stop, look up, look down, and see the magic that's all around. Because sometimes we need a gentle reminder to stop and smell the roses and revel in the magic of nature. I mean, in birds and butterflies and bees and bugs and flowers and just all that like delicate beauty that is spun out or spun or spit out by the, you know, the ground and through birth and all that sort of stuff. It is truly amazing, and there's just so much around it for us to revel in. Perhaps you're being called to inspire someone else to see the world through new eyes of wonderment. Children see magic all around them. It's natural to them. If you feel stuck in a rut, Tune into your inner child and learn to see the world through the eyes of a youngster once again. And that's why I say we all get it kind of bullied out of us in one way or another, that, you know, how old are you? And you still believe in the Easter Bunny? You know, that kind of ridicule or teasing. So we start putting up walls around our imagination. So our imagination can only go so far now. And we've limited ourselves because if you're like 15 years old and you still believe in Santa Claus, if you were to tell others that, they would definitely try to pull you down, you know, to their level. But you could definitely be 15 and still believe in Santa Claus and think that anyone else who doesn't believe in Santa Claus, well, that's their problem, and you just quietly believe in Santa Claus anyways as being true. You know, whatever, right? But it's something that you can do, whether you do it or not. All right, so let's find out what we got going on from what we know. The guide, the bell that's chiming your inner calling, is asking you to answer it, to say, maybe not everything is as black and white as I have been led to believe, or have chosen to believe it is. It's okay, so Archangel Michael just told me it's been crumbling, you know, like that inner calling has been working on you to the point where your idea of believing it's a coincidence rather than a synchronistic experience or event, it's been quietly, slowly deteriorating. Like the idea that everything's a coincidence, that was just a coincidence, you know. Why wouldn't it happen? You know, this happened, then that happened, and this. And in a person's logical mind, they can come up with all sorts of logical reasoning as to why something happens. But when you add in the element of uncertainty, mystery, yeah, then things can really start feeling like destiny has just arisen. You have answered a call, or it's like magic that the two of us have met, or that somehow I've been wanting to have put in an application at this particular company because I respect what they do, blah, blah, blah. You know, that sort of stuff. I want to work there. And one night you're out with friends, and you've gone out with friends all the time, every weekend, and it's probably most often to the same place. But it just so happens this time you're going to the bathroom, and the person comes out of the bathroom, you bump into each other accidentally, you say, oh, excuse me, hi. And something they say, or you see, or they see on you, or whatever, lets you know that there's somebody from the company that you want to work with. And it could be just somebody who's employed there, or it could be like a manager there, or the owner or the boss or whatever, who can guide you to make an application for a position, because they might say, you know what, we are looking for blah, 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 and HR is taking applications right now. So it's like that sort of thing that happens. You've gone to this bathroom just like 10 million times, because you've been out with your friends 10 million times. You've gone to the bathroom, and you've never run into anybody, especially in the last little while, since you've been thinking about wanting to apply, like leave the job that you're at behind and apply for this job. And suddenly now you're running into somebody who works there, and you find out that they work there, and then they're able to guide you, to help you in some way to realize something. And while you're realizing at the ground level, getting practical information from somebody, like a real person, practical information about what to do, where to go, who to talk to, that kind of thing, or what day was the best day to do it, or what day the job opens up, they're taking an application on a certain day. That's all very grounded stuff, but it's the magic between that got you to the place with the person who can help you. It may not necessarily be the boss and say, yeah, I'm going to, I really need somebody and I think I'll hire you right here while we're outside the bathroom at our favorite, watering hole, whatever. But they'll be like a link in the chain of events. They'll just be another link that is going to get you to closer and closer to whatever the chain is connected to. That's your goal. The chain is connected to your end result. So yeah, it's all very like mysterious how these things happen. I've never seen this person in the bar before. Why are they there now? Never seen you there. And you might ask, have you ever been here before? And they'll say no. It just so happens my friends decided they wanted to go to a different place, or that one of my friends has a cousin coming to town, and they all wanted to go out, and they decided they were going to go out somewhere different this time. That perhaps maybe has something to do with the cousin who maybe have lived there before and wanted to come to this particular bar that you and your friends frequent all the time, but they don't. So they come to the bar. Well, now the person's there, so the divine has been able to coalesce, bring together the right people, places, and timing to be able to help you realize your dream so that you can see the magic. And that is actually the lesson of the day, in all of this, is that it's for you to open your eyes and see that not everything is just black and white, that there is a lot of spirit that is there. Beings of light all around us all the time. When you call a being of light to you, you're calling many beings of light, and they're there to help you coalesce, to bring into form, to manifest. And so all you have to do is think, and it's even better to put your heart into it and write it down, as you'll find out from if you were to guide it to watch pile 1. Okay, so let's find out. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. That is work, collaborating. 3 of Pentacles, yes sir. With the 7 of Pentacles, wow, you're looking at all you have and what more you want, and the more that you've done so well with being, you've done well with being of the mind that there is no magic, okay? Being of the mind that's all coincidence. You've done well, but there's more for you to manifest, more for you to grow. As you grow of the mind, that there's more to this life than what we physically see. So then you're going on to the 10 of Pentacles energy, right? So the 2 of Pentacles, yep. So you'll be, kind of in contradiction with yourself. Coincidence or synchronistic? Coincidence or synchronistic? It's like I'm still of the mind that everything's coincidence, but I'm starting to bring in, remember, because that whole idea of everything's just coincidence is it's gnawing away at you. It's gnawing, that whole belief is being gnawed down, like dissolved by these little teeth here. And soon you'll be more, the tipping point where it's like at 51-49%, you're 51% more in the synchronistic camp as opposed to the coincidence camp. And then we have the 9 of Swords. Okay, so something has been eating at you so bad that you think about it before going to bed, having a difficult time sleeping or getting to sleep. It's been on your mind a lot. The Queen of Cups, okay, with the Star card. That's a wish fulfilled. Ace of Pentacles, wow, okay. Brand new path with the Sun. Woohoo! It's the best card in the deck. Divine Wisdom. That divine wisdom is it's like it's past the judgment in the world. It's like card number 22, divine wisdom. You tapping into the wisdom of the divine. Near future, we've got at the back of the deck 5 of Pentacles, the Fool, and the King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I say that's good. You got shadow work, which is, you know, could be that you're just making sure that you're keeping your mind open. Like you might want to be looking at what it is that you have been out of balance with. Like why did you see, because at one time when you were a child, not one time, but when you were a child, you had the magic in your eyes. You had it. You did. So whoever it was that had influence on you in some way, they kind of, you know, talked you out of it. Or worse, talked you out of it. Made you feel silly, whatever it was. And you stopped looking at it as being magic, but and seeing it more as people are making this happen. I make everything happen. It has nothing to do with this unseen silliness of the divine or of magic, you know, being synchronistic in any way, shape, or form. It's nothing of that. It's all about people make things happen in this world. Yes, very true. Yes. However, the reason why we have such great things like, I don't know, you know, they had to start off as an idea like electricity, for example. Is it Edison? Who's the electricity guy? Don't kill me, I don't know. But Edison was inspired while he slept, like this. He had all sorts of thoughts coming to him. Jazz composers, classical composers, right? Great music. What about the classical era of rock and roll? All that great music of rock and roll, the great bands of the 80s and 90s. Oh my goodness, we like I lived those years as a young person, as a teenager and early 20s, and we just had the best time in life for music. We just had the best for bands and you know, just talent of all kinds of musicians and singers and writers, you know, songwriters and stuff like that. Just so much beauty and talent comes from somewhere not of this world. And so you would have the Nine of Pentacles after this King of Pentacles person. It just could be the shadow work that you need to look at that's going to help you put the past back into, I just heard from Archangel Michael, back into perspective. But the past back into perspective, where you're finding the balance between, like, there is the earth, there is ground, and then there's spirit. There is the practical, the form, the physical, but there's spirit. You're bringing that balance into your mind. So it's going to be more like, you know, 5149 here in your near future, where you're going to start seeing, the truth. That anything that is trying to cloud your sight, like all these branches, look at the halo that's around her head, because she's holding her sword high. She's choosing, and she's got her hand up to her temple here. She's choosing to see what's true. So her truth has changed. It's changed from being, you know, just logic to being mystical, mysterious. Okay, that's where you're going. That's your message. So there's some shadow work for you to do yet in the near future. It's just a matter of you, you know, you're staying consistent, like determined to do it. But yeah, so you've got the Three of Pentacles. You're going to be partnering you're going to be partnering with someone with people who are going to be able to help you. And it may not be like, I am working with you, we are in a group doing something together. It could just simply be that you have friends, or you meet friends of friends, like new people come on board, and they have like, how could you not see the magic in your life, kind of thing? How could you possibly be someone who just is black and white? They might start asking you questions, or bringing out some real, like, even though they're talking about the unreal, they start bringing logic into it. Like, well, what do you think's going on when this happens and that happens? They might be bringing things forward to you for you to see something in a different way, that you're going to maybe go, oh, aha, okay, yeah, I can see their point, yeah. So that's when you're going to be saying, I've done well with my mind being of black and white. I've done well. Yes, you have. But it's the 7 of Pentacles. It's not the 8, 9, or 10 of Pentacles. So if you want to be more abundantly blessed in your life, in any form, really, in any form, you've got to bring in the idea that Spirit guides you. Spirit inspires you. Right? The 2 of Pentacles, where you're still going to be battling with yourself here. You're battling with yourself. Should I believe this? Should I see it this way, or should I see it another way? I mean, what good is it? What does it benefit me if I see it in the other way, the alternative way, if I'm believing in Spirit, right? You might want to start, doing the pros and cons of that. Who knows? But in any case, you may be starting to get inspired through the divine, because you're opening up your mind. Remember, the mice are gnawing down the open lines of communication for you to be able to be in the energy of attracting people, yes, and guides, spirit guides to you, to help you understand that there's more to life than what you see, you physically taste, touch, hear, smell, and feel, right? There is more than just the 5 senses that we can navigate this world with, and we become so much more abundant and blessed when we do. The Queen of Wands is and the Queen of Cups, pardon me, is someone who is opening up her heart to the idea that it's not just all about what's in my head logically, it's my heart too. It's like there is a union between my mind and my heart. You're going to be taught that it's very important to have goals and wishes, because the star right here, the star card, it's important to go after what it is that you wish, because you can manifest it. But you got to let go of the idea that it's only going to be you making that happen, or you in tandem with someone else going to make that happen. Yes, but there is spirit molecule in the middle as well, definitely making things happen, helping you to make things happen, definitely. Ace of Pentacles, great big blessing, possibly a very large overhaulment in your mindset that's going to help you see, to see the light, to be enlightened, which leads to great happiness and wisdom. Oh my God. I mean, look at this. This is like going from, you're going to be not like, you could be working with somebody to do this, or just people you work with are going to have, but the idea of this card is that people are going to help you see things differently, because you're opening up your mind to allow your heart to speak, to hear your heart, right? Hear your heart. You have been of the mind that everything that happens is because of the seed that I planted, that I actually physically planted. I've got this harvest. So my hard work and sweat and tears is because what I have. But you're like, it's got to the point where you're like, well, maybe I could have more. Oh no, it's not that. It's not spirit that's going to help me get more. It's going to be my hard work. So you're going back and forth about that. That's what I'm saying. And when you're going to start getting some hits of wisdom here while you're sleeping, And that's what I'm getting from this, is that it's like Edison. Albert Einstein's the other dude, is gravity or something. No, he's not gravity. Albert Einstein. What is Albert Einstein? Famous for EM equals squared, something like that. I don't know. I don't know an L. I can't remember. All these really famous inventors, I can't get them straight. Never did, even when I was in school. Because I guess I don't care enough about it. But, you know, I'm more like my head's in the cloud. You know, that's just me. Sagittarian, my head's in the cloud. Yep. I had to learn, my life's lesson was to learn to get my feet on the ground and firmly plant them there. That yes, although I live in the world, I really felt as though I wanted to be of, you know, not of it. Not of the world, even though I'm in it. Well, because I'm actually physically in it, the divine says you gotta put some faith in what you can accomplish, what you can do when you put your mind to it, not just your heart. Okay, so your mind and heart are very much like mind's grounded, heart is in spirit. You gotta bring them together, bring it together in a nice balance so that you become somebody who lives a very good life. You're very happy, feeling well and contented, and you're abundant, and you're, you know, just possibly healthy and getting healthier. You know, things are improving for you. Your wishes that you've ever had are coming true for you, that sort of stuff, because you have this balance. That's what the life's all about, is remembering who we are, but putting that into form, making that, taking action in it. Remembering how powerful we are as a creator, as a manifester. We're the creator first, that we then manifest in the world. You take what you are and put it into practice, put it into use, since you've got dough, you know, putty to work with, since you've got a canvas and a paint brush to paint with, and all these beautiful colors and stuff. Since you have a canvas and a paint brush, or you've got clay to mold to make something, a beautiful bowl or whatever, do it. Feel inspired, yes, but do it, because you have it to do it with. That's what I had to learn. Yep, that's what I had to learn. So that was my life's lesson. Okay, so we have got wish fulfillment. Your mindset, great, because the pentacle can also mean a change in mindset, a new path, a new beginning. A mindset, the sun, being enlightened, knowing, seeing that there is more to this world. There is wisdom that helps us grow and build even more, you know, manifest even more. With the Five of Pentacles, let's see here. She's looking back, she's sitting kind of naked on the stone with the moon behind her. Well, in front of her, I guess, but she's looking back at these Five Pentacles. Five Pentacles with the Fool. Yeah, okay, I get it. It's like you had to, in order for you to take a leap of faith, okay, to take faith in that there is more to it than just physical, just convention. Yeah, that you had to take a leap of faith through that. If you didn't, you would remain in this energy, the Five Pentacles, the Seven Pentacles, work that you've got from working hard, your own volition, right? But you have been kind of keeping yourself limited, like held back, restrained from making even more than Seven Pentacles. This card is about feeling like you're on the outside looking in, okay? So yes, you are on the inside, in the sense that you're yeah, I'm here, I'm working hard. This is from my own, you know, sweat and tears that I have made Seven Pentacles. I am not feeling left out in that way, but I am feeling left out in the sense that there's more to be had, but I can't see. It's kind of like I got a glass ceiling above me. I can't get above it. Yeah, and so that's where you're starting to feel like you were feeling like as though you were being held back. And it's the divine is trying to tell you here, the spirit guides trying to tell you here, if you allow this deterioration of the belief that there is no magic, if you allow that to deteriorate, you're going to be in this really great energy of being open to inspiration, because you've opened your heart up, or you've brought your heart into the idea that you can have a wish and love it into manifestation. You can love your wish into manifestation miraculously, magically. Yeah, that takes a mindset to do it, because you have to tell yourself it's okay to be open to this. It's okay to believe that there's mystery, that things are mystical. It's okay to have that faith. And then you turn into a King of Pentacles. You have become, in the near future, you are evolving into a king, as someone who is very well rounded, grounded, and also head in the clouds. Head in the clouds, feet on the solid on the ground. You know the ground so well, you do already. It's a matter of you putting your head in the clouds, open up your mind to all that is not seen, and putting your faith in it, that there is actually some truth to it. That's when you evolve into somebody who is like, this guy, he is a major manifester. He's King of Pentacles of the physical realm. And that's where he manifests. And then you're just going to be like, Nine of Pentacles is being like very well off. You've gone from 8 to 9 because of the King energy. 8 to 9, it's not like bam, you go from 8 to 10. There's a transition. 10 would be the King of Pentacles. Like, he'd be in that energy. He or she. You can be a she in this energy. But the Nine of Pentacles now, you're feeling quite independent and doing well. Like you're well on your way. In other words, you're feeling good. Because you have allowed yourself to look at the why. Why did you allow yourself to let the past ideas of there being magic, as a child, right? The Six of Cups is like past childlike energy of being in that mind of that magic is in this world. It is of this world, in this world. Bringing that balance with the heart and the mind together, heart and mind together, and you now seeing the truth. Seeing the truth and not allowing anything to get in the way, to overshadow, to keep you limited. Look at all those branches. You get caught up in those. But you've got the wisdom of the divine. Notice the roundness here. You got the wisdom of the divine shining through your mind now. You're seeing the truth, and you're choosing to see the truth that is not necessarily something that you can see with your physical eyes. But there you are, pile 2. You are going that direction. But it's because you've started here with something happened, okay, that made you think, how on earth did that actually happen? How on earth could that have happened? That's what you're going to say. Wow, okay, maybe not. But the idea, right? You're gonna have this idea of like, there's no way. How did that happen? There's just no way. In this physical world, that should have happened or could have happened if it weren't for, if it weren't for a divine intervention, right? Somebody is going to be ringing that bell in your mind, who's going to bring that up back into, it's going to bring that idea that there's more to life than just what you can physically see, taste, touch, and smell, whatever. It's going to open up so many more doors of opportunity for you, because you're going to have a better balance between what you can see, taste, touch, and smell with the sixth sense. What you're feeling inspired and guided to do. This is what your spirit guides are reaching out to you about, is that you are ready, because you're having that question. It's like the answering the call. You're having the question to see more than what you can actually physically see. and you're going to do that. You do that. That's it. And this is how it's evolving for you. You're evolving because you are allowing yourself, your mind to speak to your heart, or your heart to be heard by your mind, is more like it. That you're going to allow your heart to be heard by your thoughts. That there is more to this world than what we can, touch. Okay, pile 2, I sure hope this was helpful to you. I hope you liked it. Please let me know in the comments if you did, if this resonates with you. Bye for now. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Moon Energy card. We're going to find out more about that because I'm not clear just yet what the Moon Energy is actually speaking of, because it could be fears, like things that are hidden, secrets, whatever, or it could be that you're just, you're calling in that which can only be realized through the light of the moon. I only see by the moonlight. You can only see by moonlight, or things are just not clear, clear enough for you. Something, or that you're finding clarity. But we'll learn more, okay? I'll read the book. Let's see, Moon Energy. I'll read that after, but I'm just going to find it here. Moon Energy. Okay. So we're looking at what message your spirit guides reaching out to you about. What message are your spirit guides reaching out to you? Now, you probably have more than one spirit guide. So if it wasn't the card, it was the number that resonated with you, 3 or 5 or 35, 53 or 8, if you add them together. If you didn't pick it that way, maybe it was because you're zodiac Sagittarius and Libra with Scorpio and Virgo. All right. So let's pull the rest of the cards and then I'll read the Moon Energy card. And I'll put it over there because I know I'm going to need that space. Okay, my little Christmas guys, they take up more space than my other stuff did. They're so cute. All right, so what do we got for Lenormand? Archangel Michael for pile 3. Moon Energy reading. What message spirit guides reaching out to pile 3 about? Conversations. Maybe some kind of discussion is going on that you're not clear about, or you're having, does it say conversation? No, it just says conversation, no S on the end. That you're having a conversation with somebody and things are just not clear for you. Well, we'll find out. Okay. And the Citadel, please, energy. Okay. This one. The air, unseen potential and hesitation. Unseen potential and hesitation. The air, you see here. That air, the archer. Let's see, is it alphabetical? Yeah, air. You're not yet ready to accept the fact that you've reached the end of one journey. That's the reverse, and it's not reversed. I'm just reading it because I want to know with the hesitation here, what's the difference between the unseen potential, it says, and hesitation. Okay, so let's see here. The beginning of the next is strange and feels unfamiliar to you. Looking forward feels empty, as though you're not yet ready to let go of the past. What is missing? It may be time to tie up some loose ends before moving forward. So that's the hesitation part. I imagine the upright part is the unseen potential. A crown sits on a pedestal full of waiting potential. Okay, full of waiting potential. Sits on a pedestal. Do you see a pedestal? Crown, I don't see a pedestal. But anyways, okay. Years of preparing for a role have led to this moment. The crown is power. It is fulfillment. But it is also a responsibility that will affect every part of the heir's future. The heir has known that this day will come, and yet it feels like a lifetime of learning. Could never have prepared them for stepping into this role. The weight of expectation is a heavy mantle, but there's no turning back from it now. The end of every journey signals the beginning of a new one, and it's natural to still feel uncertain about this new path in front of you. You may be hesitating, but trust that you've already laid the groundwork to make this opportunity the most beneficial that it can be. The rewards that will come are worth this moment of uncertainty. Da, 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 da. Isn't that crazy? The last word finally reveals what this is. Uncertainty. That has something to do with possibly, I don't know, family, but the conversations that you're having with people that are not clear, that somehow you've got to find some clarity so that you can step into the role that you're meant to whatever. Yeah, the role that you're meant to work, role that you're meant to realize, run, but the role that you're meant to be in, whatever. Moon energy says here, surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, the fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So this be confusion, things are not clear. The moon energy. We're all affected by the moon, whether we realize it or not. Perhaps you feel especially tuned into the moon cycle right now. The fairy of moonlight often appears when we have too many thoughts or are feeling confused. You can call on this fairy to take away any concerns or to inspire you to come up with a solution to the challenges you're facing. Something you're having a discussion about with other people. Like this person, it looks like this person is telling these people something, possibly teaching them something, but they're hanging on to every word she says, following her gestures and stuff. So it's perhaps you are in a role where you will be, you will need to be doing something that that perhaps you are not feeling quite confident about just yet. But you know what? The thing is that whenever we teach, we learn, and vice versa. When we're learning, whatever we learn, we can teach. Okay. So the thing is that if you're being prepared, and it said being prepared here, in this one here, right? Being prepared. Air. The energy signals the beginning of a new one, the end of something. And it's natural to still feel uncertain about this new path in front of you. You may be hesitating, but trust you're already laid the groundwork to make the opportunity the most beneficial that it can be. Yeah, so you're ready, is what I got from Archangel Michael, is that you're already ready. You're just feeling hesitant. You're just feeling maybe doubtful or uncertain that you're ready for this new role or this new thing or this whatever going on. Or it could even be like being ready to become a mother or a father, being ready to say yes to getting engaged. Maybe you're not ready for that. Maybe you're not ready to go to school yet. You've been thinking about it, like college, university, whatever. Just something that you've been prepared for. You have either been preparing yourself, of course, the divine's in that, their hands in it all the time, preparing yourself for it, or you've been prepared by others. In any case, it's there. The unseen potential is there. You are the heir. A crown sits on the pedestal full of waiting potential. Years of preparing for a role have led to this moment. The crown is power. It is fulfillment, but it is also a responsibility that it will affect every part of the heir's future. And it could be affecting these people's lives that are listening to you, having a conversation with you. Okay, maybe you want to be a pastor at your church, and you've been working up to it, training and taking, studies and whatever. But you might be feeling, kind of concerned about standing on stage in front of the whole parish of, parishioners and speaking about God. But your spirit guides are telling you, they're reaching out to you to tell you that you are ready. You're ready for this. Okay, so I'm going to keep reading here. These three cards go together very, very well. It says here, what am I reading the wrong one? Well, I wasn't there, but I ended up going back to one that was for pile 2, moon energy. Okay. The fairy of moonlight often appears when we have too many thoughts or are feeling confused. You can call on this fairy to take away any concerns or to inspire you to come up with solutions to the challenges you're facing. Working in harmony with the moon can enhance any efforts you're making to manifest something in your life. Okay, because moon is like, you're not clear. You're not clear with under moonlight. You work with the moon to help you to find the clarity you're looking for. The new moon phase, would be the new moon? No, the new moon is like the black. Yeah, you can't see it, right? I think. New phase is the perfect time to plant the seed of a wish you may have. So at the beginning of the new cycle, right, of the moon cycle. As the moon grows, waxing through its phases, so too will your wish. The moon's waning. Waxing is where you take what you've learned and you start processing it and applying it. We're waning. Wait a minute. Waxing is the time where you're actually doing something. You're involved. You're taking action. The waning is when you take what you've learned, what you've done during that time, and integrate it, process it, right, during the waning phase. The moon's waning phases are best for releasing anything that no longer serves your highest good, such as unpleasant thoughts, health issues, or people who aren't right for you, for your life. When you place a crystal or water in moonlight, it will absorb the magical moonbeams, and the crystal or moon water can then be used for fairy spells. Clear quartz is particularly good at absorbing the moon's energy and will help to amplify many things, from your health to finances. Amethyst is good for increasing spiritual energy, while rose quartz enhances love. And I don't know if you noticed, but I usually in this corner I have rose quartz and quartz. What do you call it? Quartz, white quartz. Quartz, just quartz, clear quartz. No, it's not clear. It's not clear, but it's quartz and rose quartz for my tarot card readings. Sorry guys, my nose is driving me crazy. It's itchy. The fairy of moonlight also sends inspiration to you to write down your thoughts, poetry or songs, or even to write a book. Writing down what's in your head can be very therapeutic. Don't censor your thoughts. Once the words are on the paper, you've symbolically released them from your mind. You brought them from the ethers, where you can connect through your mind. Brought them from the ethers into like the energy of your thoughts. You write it, put it down on paper, and now it's in physical form, because it's not just thought now. That's energy. It's actually on the physical paper in the physical realm of the world. Yeah, so it's something you can really work with now. Let's see. So writing down what's in your head can be very therapeutic. Don't censor your thoughts. Once the words are on the paper, you've symbolically released them from your mind. You can then bury or burn the paper to fully release any cares, worries, or concerns. Lovely. Okay. Well, this is going to be fun. Okay. Yay. You are ready for something that you just been hesitating on actually putting your next foot forward on. Could be anything, guys. Anything. From the smallest of things to the biggest of things that might either cost a lot of money or just take a lot of time and effort, energy on your part. Okay. Well, we got Archangel Michael. We got the Three of Pentacles. Isn't that interesting? That's the first card that came out in pile 2. Three of Pentacles. I think it was pile 2. Anyways, yeah, Three of Pentacles, working in collaboration to build a new foundation. Because your new foundation is going to be the very thing that you've been hesitating or haven't been clear about. You're going to find clarity, and that's going to be your new foundation that you'll be living your life from. Like I always say, like the iOS of your phone or the of your laptop, the operating system is always our foundation, our background, that the computer, you know, your phone, the laptop uses to do all the work, you know, to carry out all the functions, opening up apps and programs and stuff like that. Then the Tower. Oh, interesting. The Two of Wands. The Two of what? Two of what? This deck kind of drives me crazy. Why did I read the Two of? It's just not clear. The Two of what? I'm thinking it's the Two of Swords because of the birds. She's in the cage, right? Two of Swords, kind of like can be free, but choosing to stay in the cage. Yeah, it's like you can move on, but maybe choosing to stay in the energy of doubt, self-doubt, possibly. Wait a minute, it's the Two of Wands. Oh my goodness, you can see she's holding on to them down here. But still, in the cage, because it's standing at crossroads with the Two of Wands. Standing at crossroads, you have either this way to go or that way to go. And you're just not clear. Okay, the Knight of... Oh my goodness. The Knight of what? The Knight of Wands? God. No, the Knight of Cups. Okay, there's a cup. Wow. The Knight of Cups. There's a great big cup there. Oh my God. It's very ambiguous. Okay, Knight of Cups with the Hermit. Thank you for that. Two Arcanas. The High Priestess. Wow. That's seeing what you didn't see before. The Ten of Pentacles. Yay. That was clear. With the Page of Cups. Yeah. See that it's like the boy is the shadow as a fox here. The boy is actually, when it shows up as a shadow, as a fox, and the fox is holding a cup, putting a cup forward, right there. See? In the cup. Okay. And then we have Strength. Thank goodness for the major arcana, those are clear. The near future, we have got the Ten of Swords. Oh my God, but that's the end. And then the Seven of Pentacles with the Six of Wands, success, victory and success. And the Four of Wands, having a little nappy, yeah. And the Four of Wands, 7, 9, 9 of Wands, Page of whatever, Page of Pentacles, okay, Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands, and the Fool, I like that, the Fool, and the Two of Swords, okay. We're having a little nappy here, okay. What it is that you're going to be, in the near future, you're going to be successful. So you don't have, you know, in other words, what your spirit guides are saying is that you're going to be successful at doing whatever it is that you've been preparing to do. Maybe to become a lawyer, or, you know, you've got to take the exam, or you've already taken the bar and, you know, now you're ready to go into practice. But you may have a lot of self-doubt about what it is that you the potential for, right? The skills and potential for. And you may be worried about taking on your first case. I don't know. Anything. Okay? But you're going to be successful. And it's going to allow you to be able to rest. It's going to allow you to like take a sigh of relief where the success has come. All that you worried about and were concerned about and doubtful about, not clear about, has come and passed. And now you found that you have become successful in whatever this is for you. You have found victory in some way that you're just like, phew. You know, it's kind of like you dodged a bullet of your own making. You dodged a bullet from holding yourself back through self-doubt or whatever, not having clarity. But you're ready. You're ready to do something that's going to add to the world, that's going to benefit the world in some way. Yes, you are. So 3 of Pentacles, you have like this new foundation that you're building. It had to come down because whatever it was, see the moon back here, whatever it was that you were unclear about, it had that what it is that clarity's coming. In other words, clarity's coming so that you can build a foundation where you're going to be feeling a lot more confident. Ultimately you're going to be feeling a lot more confident, but it's opened up like this realization that you have a role to play, but it means you have a decision to make. Am I ready or am I not ready? Can I believe that I'm ready? Can I allow myself to do this? Can I allow myself to believe in myself? 2 of Wands, right? Which way? And then the Knight of Cups comes along. Knight of Cups and says, somebody comes along who's encouraging you, or it's to the point where you're saying, I just got to go, follow my heart and go. Cup, right? Love. Got to follow my heart, get on my horse or my boat, my ship at this point, and follow my heart. And what is going to happen is that, holy cow, we got the Hermit and the Priestess beside each other. So the Hermit is kind of like feeling in the dark, The High Priestess uses the dark. Well, the Hermit does too. But the High Priestess goes a step further where she actually taps into her her knowingness. She pierces the veil that everybody can, but it takes a certain amount of faith and patience to pierce the veil of seeing what's on the other side, what's really there for us. If we were just allow ourselves to be faithful enough to allow it to come into being, into manifestation. So the Hermit is like where you are seeking guidance, you see. Seeking guidance. See that? The Hermit seeks guidance. So goes into like the dark night of the soul, or just seeking through being confused or unclear. They're trying to seek the light. Like, what should I do? What should I do? You're going into introspection, contemplation. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I know I need to follow my heart, but what should I do? Because I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. What should I do? What should I do? You might be like posing that to God too. Who knows? But the High Priestess knows the truth already. Knows the truth. She's not seeking it. She can see it. She knows it. It's privy. She's privy to it because she has found the way to pierce the veil of forgetfulness, of forgetting what it was that we came here to do, to be, to do and be in the physical sense, right? Like a lawyer or whatever. Okay, following the calling. So this is what you're doing, following your heart, seeking guidance. What should I do? No longer standing at crossroads, making a decision to learn more. To learn more about what it is that you have not been clear about. And then it's a Ten of Pentacles energy, where you're like, you've opened up your legacy. You're following your path. In other words, your destiny, your legacy, the legacy you're going to be leaving behind, because you are, following your path, you're following your destiny, and you're going to have an impact on the world in some way. Because she's teaching or giving these people whatever it is, they're hanging off every word that she has to say. So yes, and this, the Page of Cups is like, now, it's like you're going to be reaching out, offering what you know. The love of confidence, the love that confidence instills, or that confidence instills love, whichever, the egg or the chicken that came first. You are going to be stepping into your air energy. The crown energy of evolvement, of inheritance, the inheritance of the divine, the wisdom. Because you're seeing it, you're going to be seeing, whatever it is that you are doing, you either are already intuitive, because that's intuition here. But you have this knowing what it is, what path you're to be on, what this is going to happen, that's going to happen. You just have this knowingness. You already have it, but you may not be really fully taking advantage of it the way you could until you start believing in yourself more. So you start believing in yourself more because you decided to get off standing, at crossroads, like, should I go this way, that way? You made a decision. You allowed the unclear to dissolve, so that you can stand on a foundation of clarity. But where you are meant to go is just now, should I or shouldn't I? Like, right? Should I or shouldn't I? Just kind of standing there or sitting on the fence, should I or shouldn't I? Because I'm not clear which one I should really do, because if I take this way, will I, what will happen? Is it better? Is it a better way than this way? Just being so uncertain. But anyways, your clarity starts to clear up because you follow your heart with the Knight of Cups. You seek guidance. You start to realize, there's an inner knowing. You know that you're ready. You know that this is what you should be doing. The Ten of Pentacles, the legacy that you're going to be leaving behind because of the impact you're going to have on the world with what it is, the role that you are to be playing right now. You'll be reaching out now to share, to have that impact, put that impact on the world with no longer holding yourself back, but moving forward in strength and courage, the confidence in yourself, right? Letting everything that you had been holding yourself back from, letting it, you were down and out in self-doubt or uncertainty or unclarity. Unclear. Clarity. Unclear. I'm arguing with myself. This is the end. So you are up on your feet and saying, hell yes, I'm ready for this, is what I'm trying to say. Hell yes, I'm ready for this. With the Seven of Pentacles, I've got work to do, but I am in the position to do it. I can already start. So you got 10 of Pentacles here already. You got 7 Pentacles here. See, what you've got is that you've got so much wealth, like wisdom or skills, potential, abilities, however it's showing up for you. You got so much of it to offer, to put out there, to do. That's going to make a positive impact on the world. But you're going to be like needing to start off with the Seven of Pentacles energy, because things, we don't go from 3 to 10 right away. Normally we don't. So what it is that your Seven of Pentacles, what you already have, what you've been preparing yourself for, is all those seeds that you have been able to grow and have become fruit on your tree in the backyard. So all you have to do is go out in the backyard, pick some fruit off of it, and start sharing. Sharing. That wisdom, with the knowledge, the skills, the abilities, whatever it is you're going to be sharing. And then you've got the Six of Wands. Victory and success. You are going to master this. You're going to master whatever it is that you have been, afraid to set out on to do. Where the point where you're going to be so successful that you're going to take a sigh of relief from time to time and take time to rest. Because you've done it. You did it. You did what it is that you were holding yourself back from. The role you're supposed to step into, you actually took that leap and did it. You did it. You will be doing it, okay? You will. This is the near future, right? This is just the journey going through to be able to stand back up after you had been holding yourself back. And it might have been not just you putting those swords in your back with the Ten of Swords. It could have been people, naysayers. It could have been people trying to hold you back and telling you aren't ready, that kind of thing. But your spirit guides are telling you right here, you have inherited something, whatever it is that you weren't clear about. You're going to find that clarity and you're going to share it with the world, and you're going to have a positive impact. Just keep moving forward. Follow this this destiny of leaving a great legacy behind you, where you're going to, continue planting seeds, because you are now feeling like you're back up on your feet. You're now feeling that much more confident and assured, leading you to success. You're going to start feeling like you're a natural in this new role, that you just have to have that faith in yourself, and don't let others try to keep you down if that's what's happening. So take care. Please let me know if this is your story. I'd love to hear. Take care. Bye for now.